Tonight, there are still no charges filed against anyone who was arrested for the shootout in Ipan, and the AG's office has yet to commit to charging anyone. The three men who were arrested for the shooting incident have all been released. None of the men arrested for a shooting incident that occurred at the Ipan public beach on the 22nd of January have been charged with any crime. 4 men were arrested for what witnesses called a shootout. Police officer Jojo Templo Garcia was initially arrested for illegal discharge of a firearm and reckless conduct. However, he was booked and released and never officially charged by the Attorney General. 58-year-old Eddie William Salas was initially arrested for attempted murder, aggravated assault, unlawful discharge of a firearm, possession of a firearm without a valid firearms ID, terrorizing, and reckless conduct. 28-year-old Edward Joseph Crisostomo was arrested for conspiracy, unsworn facilitation, and guilt established by complicity. 21-year-old Christopher James Crisostomo was arrested for aggravated assault, reckless conduct, possession and use of a deadly weapon in the commission of a felony, possession of a firearm with no valid firearms ID, criminal facilitation, guilt established by complicity, and unsworn falsification. These 3 men were all booked and confined the same weekend as the shooting incident, but then were released by the AG's office on the following Monday because they were not able to magistrate the men within the required 48 hours. Witnesses at the scene told PNC 2 men were shooting at each other. Witnesses described one gun as a rifle, the other a pistol. Witnesses also said that one of the guns sounded like it was fully automatic. A stray bullet even hit the gas station located across the street, taking out a chunk of cement. Luckily, there were no injuries. We asked the AG's office why the 3 men who were confined weren't able to be magistrated in time. They replied via email, stating, quote, "There was insufficient time to draft the magistrate declaration and complaint without violating the 48-hour rule." PNC also asked the AG's office if the police reports on the 3 confined suspects were provided to them in time to magistrate them within the 48-hour deadline, to which they responded, quote, "The information required to draft and file a declaration and charges were incomplete at the time of the 48-hour rule," end quote. PNC also asked if their office had received all of the police reports pertaining to this case, and if so, when. Their reply: "We have received police reports. Supplemental information is sometimes sent at a later time and included in the case files," end quote. PNC also asked to receive copies of the police reports, but we were denied. The AG's office stated, "We do not give copies of police reports. It is part of the investigation and review of a criminal case." And finally, PNC asked if the AG's office would be pressing charges against anyone for the shooting in Ipan, to which they replied, quote, "This is under review." The AG's office has said that the 3 men who were released were given a notice to appear in court within 3 years' time, which means the AG's office has up to 3 years to officially charge them with a crime.